One of my coworkers said that. So me and my coworker David should be Wario and Waluigi for fucking Halloween because he's like a really tall, skinny dude, and I'm like this shorter than him, fat guy. It's like would be perfect. I would be down for that. I would just go and eat like a bunch of cheese and brisket and then fart and kill everybody. It'd be perfect.
Well, you gotta throw some onion in there.
What about this one, Jase?
I'd take
Mirko from My Hero Academia.
I've never watched HMAs. Send me that link and
MHAs?
I literally just typed boob mouse pad. That's literally what I typed.
Oh, okay. What's the limit so I don't get
Ears bends.
Oh dear God.
What the fuck?
That one's not even that good. There's no. It's just a black person.
What?
Oh fuck.
Oh God.
Oh, racism. It's hilarious.
Alright, hold on a second. Tits. Okay.
Say the word tits a lot because we're bros.
How's the audio, Ben? Is the audio good?
It's actually good. It's good. We're good.
Otter's delicious pussy.
Welcome to Memento Morons, where all of us except Ben love titties and vagina. Ben is a big gay boy who's late to the podcast and only likes men's butts. But that's okay. It's 2023. You're allowed to take a dick in the ass.
When did we get your dog on the show?
Anyway, hi everyone.
They talk shit about him all the time, and he has more sex than all of you fucking bastards. Which just makes it even funnier when you call him gay and shit, because like...
That's the best part about calling him gay, because first off, he isn't, but secondly, he gets super mad when you call him gay. So that's the reason we do it. If he was actually gay, we would just call him straight.
That's why, to be honest, he actually fucks you. If you listen close, he just goes, "I'm not gay, not gay, not gay."
It's literally the scene. It's the scene from American Psycho where Christian Bale's looking at his mirror. Definitely not gay, bro.
We keep on getting a reaction out of him, so we're just gonna keep on fucking with him.
Okay. Off topic specifically, since we haven't been onto one yet. Ben, who is the male figure you think about when you have sex with women?
What?
It's me.
I don't think there's any male figures.
Cool.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
everyone, hello. Welcome to this broken Memento Morons intro. As usual, just the podcast of 4 dudes, or 5 in this case, which technically it'd be 8 at that point.
What?
It's a fat joke.
Because he's fat.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
All the 3.
There's 3 of us.
And all 3 of the fat ones are all wearing just gray shirts right now, I might add, too.
What else are we supposed to wear? This is the only shirt I wear.
I know, the dominoes with the fucking feet on it.
Anyway. Super quick intro real quick of everyone here. As usual, Matt, Beef Pilgrim, the most fucked up one of the podcast.
I try. Sorry, Jesus.
And then we have the faggot bitch dick fucker Ben, who's late to the podcast.
What's up, bitches?
He really wanted to react, but he didn't, because he knew. We're like piranhas. If he'd reacted, we would have descended upon him. And then we got the biggest man of all time, basically the white version of Big Smoke, Jase.
Yo.
I would actually love for you to just wear his outfit for Halloween, Jase.
What, Big Smoke's outfit?
The hat, the shirt, the big jeans, all of it.
I can't do a Big Smoke. I cannot do a Big Smoke voice. I wouldn't be able to do it.
You don't have to. Plus, you're white, but we can
the whitest
Big
version
Smoke.
of things. Hey, CJ, get to that train.
Hold on.
CJ, why did you not follow the train?
All you had to do was get to the damn train, CJ.
All you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
All Valve had to do was follow that there steam engine. I was gonna say steam engine, but
Anyway, and finally, Dalton.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, I weigh the same as Jase. like we're the same size.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
if he had a beard, it would mask it a bit more.
Like here's the funny thing. Dalton and I wear the same size shirt, size fat.
We wear a tarp made by Omar the Tent Maker.
I was
I
actually just about to
Our
say.
exclusive guy.
I get my shit at Amarillo Tent and Awning, but that's just me.
I was actually about to say the shirts they get are from the Army surplus store. They were used as like tents, yeah, basically. Anyway, and of course I'm here, Connor, as usual. Look at Ben, be all sad. What's wrong? Oh, you little baby boy. Oh, you little baby.
Also, I gotta say, Ben, I'm still the best driver of our group.
Don't even start that shit.
We'll start it after I talk about the topics for today. So, since it's near Halloween, we decided to get a little Halloweeny. Hee. And we'll probably do it the next time we podcast too. Who fucking knows? Anyway.
That pee-pee joke.
Now, first we have ghost stories with the morons. Basically, any ghost stories we've heard of or any that are just famous. Then, because I can't pronounce it correctly, Dalton. Samhain. It says Samhain, but I guess it's Samhain.
Hey, it's not my fault ancient German is dumb.
Fair enough. Actually, it's that way because Germany remained unconquered for so long.
Well, we're Texan. It's Sam Hain. I don't give a fuck you.
A lot of Southern actually Southern pagans actually did pronounce it that way mostly. But
and then, for the third topic, you'll get to hang out with me as we talk about more SCPs, and hopefully I found ones I didn't talk about last time. But I hope so.
Part two. That bit.
Yes, part 2, because I have talked about it before. Anyway,
was I here for that one?
No, I don't think so.
I wasn't even there for that one.
Fair enough, yeah. Then
we've got. You'll have to do a quick rundown of which ones you covered then.
You don't remember.
We don't remember. Let's go.
I mean, the main ones I picked were the popular ones, so yeah. But anyway, then we've got the horrors of war. And as usual, pretty much exactly what you'd expect. Terrible things that happened in war and stuff. And then finally, we've got Unit 731.
Yes!
I mean, that's kind of a
very.
Let's say those are kind of together a bit. I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that was definitely a horror of war.
You told me to put it into a different topic.
That's why I said the next topic should be monsters that don't scare us at all.
Oh, we can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
We have 5.
Okay. It'll be a bonus topic. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Unit 731 goes into horrors of war like this, and then later, monsters that don't scare us. That's how it works.
It just fucks you up so bad you collapse within yourself.
God, I think it was Daily Show Jon Stewart or whatever when they made that joke. It's like, see, this works. This doesn't work. I don't think that's how gay people have sex. Who's the doctor? That's what I thought. Anyway, I'll be honest. I'm going to have to look up a ghost story because I don't know a lot.
I have one
besides...
if you don't.
Go for it.
You thought of it.
Okay.
It was my
topic, bro.
In World War II, there was a ship called the USS Hornet.
Ooh.
It was... Yeah, Ben already knows. It was commissioned in 1943, and it finally sailed in March of 1944. It sailed out of Pearl Harbor. Anyway, it had a huge, fantastic record of being able to repel a bunch of attacks and stuff. And now here goes to my inability to be able to, put 2 and 2 things together. Because I'm dumb. Anyway, and 1970, it was decommissioned, and it sits permanently in the Alameda dock in California, where it serves as a museum. As people have been working on this, what?
Been shaking your head at Dalton. I saw that.
Shut the fuck up, Connor.
Just because he couldn't pronounce a weird word.
Yeah,
just
well,
been
at least we don't have to rely on our mom for things. Anyway,
true.
So anyway, people who've been working on it have been been seeing a bunch of weird shit going on, and you know usually how it happens, right? People things get thrown, doors close, even though there's no one there. Admittedly, I was trying to read through this, but I was laughing way too much at what Connor was doing to Ben. But it's known as one of the most haunted ships ever. That it's as a museum. And I'm terrible at presenting things. Just so you guys know.
Yeah, fair enough. So
Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, yeah, no. So basically, it's just a ship that was served in World War II, and it has it lost 300 different people several different times within the year that it was commissioned. And so a lot of people, they feel like they're being touched, or they feel like, things are watching them. Things end up being thrown across the deck or something like that. And that's pretty much where my ghost story is, because I'm not really good at making things
Probably
scary.
because it just has a bunch of energy with it, man. Like, if you go back to where the battle at Gettysburg and shit happened, you still get impressions of things walking because so many people fucking died there.
Yeah, I've heard about if you actually go to the Gettysburg battle site and everything, real early in the morning or real late at night.
So if you go to the Gettysburg address,
you can actually see, the ghosts. You can see the ghosts of the soldiers walking around like nothing's going on.
You just see them blow each other with fucking mountain beards. What is
you can actually sleep upon this. You can actually sleep on the boat now.
Yeah, going off, it's kind of the same vein as Dalton's. It's another haunted ship, is the Queen Mary.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one,
Wait.
let's see, it was christened at September 26, 1934 by the Queen Mary herself. Went into log more than 3 decades of ferrying both luxury and military passengers during World War II. The ship was pressed into service, transport soldiers between the fronts. The liner retired in 1907 and was given over to the city of Long Beach. Just 5 years later, it reopened as a floating hotel, allowing guests to sleep among the original wood paneling and portholes, and imagine it would have been to cross the Atlantic in style. Living guests, though, aren't the only ones known to spend time on the historic ship. At least 49 deaths are said to take place on the Queen Mary since its maiden voyage. According to legend, holds there are several areas on board have been home to apparitions. These days, the hotel offers ghost tours by day and night to take full advantage of spooky stories and everything. And one of the most popular ones, from what I remember hearing about, is a little girl who runs around the on-deck pool. And she starts giggling and laughing and everything.
You're just fucking tripper.
Instead of it being a scary little girl laugh, it's just.
Oh yeah, here's
it's the Seth Rogen laugh.
Oh god, that was terrifying. They have the most haunted rooms. Stateroom B340. Oh god, I can't even say this word.
People you pay to go stay at a haunted boat. That's the whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if it was just a boat hotel, I'm sure it'd be fine. But no, we kill people here. We just don't tell you about it.
I mean, it's basically the real life version of Ghost Ship. If any of y'all remember that movie.
Yeah.
Granted, it didn't have the horrible murder of the entire guest list and crew, but yeah,
Not
it's
yet.
Give it time. But yeah, she's just been staying there since 67.
Nice.
And I personally wouldn't mind doing a ghost tour there, but there's also another one I want to go to. Granted, I'd have to get my passport and go to the other side of the fucking planet. I can't remember the actual name of it, but it's basically Dracula's Castle.
Castlevania?
Castle.
Let me look.
No,
What
not
was it called?
Castlevania. Oh my god.
Wallachia?
It's Vlad the Impaler.
No, it's
Yeah.
Bran's
Romania.
Castle. Bran's Castle in Bran, Romania.
I thought he said Brad for a moment. I was like, Brad has his own castle. I pictured
Bran Castle. Apparently, I don't know if you could stay there, but
Bradcula.
you can. I know they have a gift shop where you can buy
It's just super dark. You see a fucking silhouette, then you just hear.
But
I'm here to soak your blood, man.
With me.
It's
just a Brad's castle tonight. I'm gonna do a shotgun on you.
Yeah, hold my ankle so I can do a keg stand on this person.
But yeah, it's an. It's according to the wiki, it's a castle, and the type is a fortress.
Nice.
Which I believe, but yeah, it's in Bran, Romania, and I do know
Vlad's castle, or
yeah,
is it another?
Yeah,
one?
it's called Bran.
Vlad
It's called Bran Castle. BRAN. And I do know that the only reason I know this is because I used to watch the show The Scariest Places on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was alright.
And like during the day and everything, they have like a like every fucking tourist trap, they have a gift shop, and you can get like real expensive bottles of blood wine there and everything. I'm like, oh god, that would be too damn expensive.
Yeah,
but
I would imagine.
I also saw it when I was like 13, 14, so I, at that point, drinking wasn't even part of my consciousness.
Dude, when we got to meet Carnifex, I was like, bro, during y'all shit, like after I saw y'all in 2011, like I threw up 6 times. He's like, how much did you drink? Like, I didn't even drink back then. I just went way too hard immediately, and as soon as you stopped, I was like, woo.
Good times.
Hey, that's cool. We got 2 haunted boats and a haunted castle.
Yeah.
Who else has one? Because I think I have like 2 I could talk about. Go on, Connor.
So this will be a quick one I just looked up, so if I look away, I apologize greatly. But this was about the Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama. Basically, around a bit after the Civil War, basically places needed, it says pig iron to fix U.S.'s crumbling infrastructure, but I've never heard of pig iron.
All right, pig iron is it's a crudely refined metal. Basically, you just throw scrap into
It's high carbon, and it's usually mixed with limestone.
Yes, Dalton.
Oh, thank you, Ben.
Sorry.
Anyway,
thanks, Jase.
I just thought pig iron on my instead of big iron on my hip, pig iron on my head.
the stranger there among them had the pig iron on his. It just pulls up and it's just a pig.
But yeah, pig iron. You just throw a whole bunch of scrap together in a frickin' forge, and you make ingots out of which turn into building materials and shit.
Yeah, thank you. So in 1872, the Sloss Furnaces opened, and it was done by a gentleman by the name of Colonel James Wither Sloss, where the name came from.
What a fucking name.
Right.
I know, right?
I was just thinking, if you were both a guitar god and a blacksmith, your name could be Ingot Malmsteen.
There you go.
Is the Steve part lawyer too?
And he does
He does your taxes on the side.
Now, as people might know, I think, blast furnaces were advanced at the time, but they were also incredibly dangerous, with many people falling to their death in it. Which I'm pretty sure OSHA would have had a seizure at their working conditions.
That's probably where OSHA was invented.
Yeah,
like, we need to do
probably.
something.
OSHA was invented 100 years after this,
Yes.
in 1972.
Really? You're telling me it wasn't
Yeah.
until 72 that they said, maybe we should improve work.
No, they still had childs in minds for a while, so they just let that happen. So
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Child's
there was actually a thing. I could talk about that in a minute.
Child's in minds.
Yeah, I think the song's Sweet Child of Mine, but yeah, okay.
Damn it.
Sweet child's in minds.
It was made, from what I heard, it was mainly orphans who were doing it. I mean, and who are they going to tell? Their parents?
Yeah, they're not real people.
Little orphan Annie.
Anyway,
Connor, continue.
So by the early 1900s, there was a foreman who took up, who was apparently incredibly cruel. His name was James Wormwood, or as he was called, Slag.
Lag.
So,
In Pathfinder, I'm sorry, there's a campaign where you're actually on the Wormwood, and some dude's name is Slag. So like when you said that, it
It might be a reference.
That's probably why
maybe
it's
it
there.
is. Anyway,
it might be.
so
he was a dick.
apparently during his tenure at Sloss, 50 employees died on site, and many others were involved in varied accidents. Also, allegedly, in 1906, his workers, in anger at him, threw him into a furnace.
Fun.
So,
All of our bosses, when they won't give us the 1 day off we suggested 6 months ago.
yeah.
So, any people who work in the smelting industry, don't piss off your employers. Or your
The
employees, rather.
So it says you can walk the grounds of Sloth's Furnace today, and some people say you can actually hear a voice yelling, "Get back to work" in the abandoned place. Which, if it did, that'd be both funny and creepy.
That's like such a goddamn life. Like even RoboCop, like this nigga died and they still made him come back to work.
Yeah, right? But can you imagine it just walking in instead of a ghostly voice like, "Get back to work"? It's like, "Get your ass back to work, god damn it!"
Are you on your phone? Like,
it just says stuff like that. You broke your foot. You still coming into work?
I just remember it's like, is Jim coming in? Jim died yesterday, so he's not coming in.
That ain't no excuse. Where's
That's a
Jim?
write-up. We're gonna write him up for not coming in today. He's 6 feet under. We're gonna
anyway. His PTO.
Anyways, yeah, that's my quick one. Sloss Industries, but
OSHA was in 71, by the way. I bet.
Okay, but if we get bored
99
sometime, if we get bored sometime, we should totally go to Alabama, Birmingham, and just look for that place. See if we can
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, I said it backwards. Excuse me.
That's a non-issue, but. All right, so you got any other ghost stories there?
Nope, that was just my one. And you said you've got two, so
I do have two.
That's
I guess
many.
Actually, Ben, do you have
I don't
any?
have any, actually.
Actually,
okay.
I got one that I can take up for Ben's spot, but go ahead, Matt.
Okay, so I guess this one's kind of more my heritage, which I still don't really give a shit about, but as I get older, I'm like, you know what? I'm Mexican. La Roja.
La Roja?
Bro, you're born in Brownwood.
Oh wait, wasn't that based on, or didn't it get a movie, Curse of La Llorona?
Yes, of course there's like 7 movies. They suck. All the movies suck.
To be honest,
It's a creepy ass story about a fucking woman who drowned her kids by the river, and so like you could pretty much hear a woman crying by the river somewhere in Mexico, just like screaming for her kids that she murdered and can't find. Like, well, did you go look downstream? I assume they're in a stream. Just follow it down.
This is how Moses was made.
I'm gonna be honest, when that movie trailer came out for Curse of La Llorona, I got so annoyed by it, I started going, oh, it's the new movie Curse of Ay Dios Mío. And I don't know why.
Dude, like, even when Saw even when Saw was released, the trailer's like, you should see Saw. I'm like this? Like, like. And now,
this time Billy's on a seesaw. Hello, Richard.
yeah, I think La Llorona.
I would like to play a game.
I think La Llorona is a pretty creepy story. I mean, like I said, it's just kind of.
It's depressing.
Yeah, of course. I mean, drowning your children out of rivers never like a fun time, not a beach party. Just,
Hey,
you ever just crack a
I thought it was fun.
after you fucking drown your children? But yeah, that's a Mexican ghost story that I've always thought about. I'm not worried about it. I don't give a shit about like ghosts. Ghosts can be scary, but at some point you just gotta like, okay, cool. You leave my drawers open, like you're just being a toddler. Do something else, bitch. Where'd he go? Where did he left? Where'd you run off to?
I was just turning on my AC.
Oh, fair. Okay, and then my second one, we're going across the world to Japan, but the Teka Teka, which is a Japanese urban legend about a girl who fell on a railway line and was cut in two. And so her vengeful spirit, you can hear Teka 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 Teka, because she just pulls herself along with her fingers.
Bro, Japan has got some fucking scary legends and monsters.
Well, here's the thing with Japan's horror stories and everything. It's mainly because we are unfamiliar with their culture, so it's alien to us.
Motherfucker, it is. Nothing will still be creepier than. Okay, let me put it like this. If America were to sit there and say, yeah, we totally got turtles with like little petri dishes on their heads and they steal children away, and the only way to stop them is by giving them pickles.
What?
Yeah, it's the Legend of a Kappa.
Yeah, but even then, if you go over there and like, there's a ghost here, all right, we're gonna break this chicken's neck and swing it around. Now the ghost is gone.
That's the most Mexican thing I've ever heard.
I was about to say.
Dude, Mexicans are some of the most like.
Choose your words carefully, bud.
I'm trying to
Superstitious.
find. Thank you, Dalton.
They're
That's
very
what I meant. Sorry.
superstitious.
No, sorry. Let me try again. Mexicans are burrito. Anyway, but they are very superstitious.
Were you about to say baristas or burritos?
burritos?
I could go for a burrito right now.
You know what? No, fuck you. Mexicans are all baristas.
All right.
Simon.
Como te llamo? Sí.
Yeah,
No
what's bean speak for vanilla bean frappuccino?
Vanilla beaner.
I'm gonna say Hoto. For those
Anyway,
who don't know what Hoto means, it's funnier.
backing it up though, Mexicans I've heard are very superstitious.
Yeah,
One example I know of is
What Mexicans haven't you heard?
no, not that. What I mean is my sister, when she used to hang out with a
She's
lot of
Mexican?
them. Sometimes I think she is with how much she likes their culture, but besides
It's
the
the
point.
opposite side.
Anyway,
She's Northern Mexican. Cardi,
anyway,
If you la pain ensalada.
getting caught between dudes.
Oh god, I can't remember the name of the town. I've been trying to find it for the last 10 minutes.
I've been trying to speak, but Ben won't let me.
Oh, go ahead then.
I mean, you sent him gay porn earlier, so
He should be thanking me.
I don't go for gay porn, dude. I'm not gay.
He just
Honestly,
goes for gays.
No.
I love looking at dicks and dicks being sucked, but it has to be a gorgeous slutty chick on the side doing it. As a bisexual, I'm not a huge fan of gay porn. I there needs to be titties at least in there.
I
It's
just
gotta be.
pictured getting a picture of like a dude barebacking another dude, then just putting like a little small JPEG of a naked woman just T-posing, sending it to Matt. It's like, all right, that works.
Why did
But anyway.
I just think of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, and he was like, "I'm a dude that's playing a black dude that's barebacking another dude."
But yes, from what I've heard, Mexicans are super superstitious. One thing I heard was the case. My sister was at a party with the whole family, and there was an owl outside hooting. Apparently, from her words, the grandma literally snapped, locked all the doors, and literally started like getting like candles and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
and I can't remember what the name of it was, but apparently there's an
La
owl spirit.
Chusa.
Oh,
La
thank you.
Chusa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
La Chusa,
Yeah,
which
it was the-
apparently legit
is
just
it-
comes to kill you and bring you to the
I
afterlife.
screamed
or
it a
something.
second ago when you talked about the story because I remember us talking about it.
I was not sure because I could not remember the name.
Do you
so-
remember
was
the
the
time
good-
that you and I were walking and an owl shit at us? Like, just walking around, we were like, oh, look at
What?
owl, it's so majestic, it just... Never mind.
Exactly. We legit said, "Look how majestic that owl is," and it just
Like, it had its, like, wings back, it just was... just shit. It was just like, okay, whatever.
then 10 seconds later, it's like, "I'm done." It just flies off.
It was a gagooey.
El
God
Cucuy.
damn it.
El Cucuy was the cousin to Huey and Louie.
How about a
Andy,
griff?
on
Chewer
your-
thingy.
Sir, have you consulted the owner's manual? I'm the owner. This is Manuel.
Easy, Manuel.
I've been
All right.
trying to.
You got
Fine.
one more? What's up?
Yeah, I've been trying to find the name of the town. I can't remember what it was. If I tell you, y'all might be able to tell me.
Actually, I continue your search. I've got a ghost story for everyone.
It was
Alright.
basically. I want to say it was a asylum or a hospital that was severely haunted, and I want to say Pennsylvania. But what happened was
Was it a
they
mental
told-
institution?
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. There's a mental institution up in like New England area where they did some like horrendous, terrible things at the time with these people, like almost akin to torture for the most part. And when
Basically.
they finally came out about it, when they finally like everything like they found out about it, they ended up shutting it down. But I know what you're talking about.
Well, what happened was, and this is where it gets a little bit creepy. They tore down the building, but kept all the bricks and everything, and used the bricks to help build the rest of the town. So now the entire city is haunted.
Fun.
I guess. If you're like a vengeful brick.
If you like vengeful Masons.
But no, it's like
I found
all the
examples.
ghosts, like all the ghosts and everything that were, I guess for some reason tied to the brick and mortar of the original hospital, basically are now scattered around the entire city. Because I think they use it like to make the like the walls on like a. Oh fuck! I forget what they're called. It's basically like you have nothing but earth, like right here, and then you have a brick wall stopping the earth, and then you have like a sidewalk right beside it, and then they use some of the bricks for the streets and everything. So it's
I
like
could just imagine a mental ghost that just keeps popping up in your corner, going, "I'm a tornado! I'm a tornado! I'm a tornado!" And like, this ain't even scary anymore. Like it's just like it's annoying at this point.
Oh my god!
Ephraim, stop it! I'm a tornado.
But yeah,
This
it
would
was
be the
just,
equivalent if Ben became a ghost and he would just end up whispering to people, "I like tater tots."
I do like tater tots.
That would
That
be
sounds
you
like
as a
something you
ghost,
would-
Connor. You know it would be you.
I would say that, but Ben's the one who always says that a lot. I mean,
no, Ben,
We would all be shitty ghosts, man. We'd pop up in the middle of the night like, "What's your Wi-Fi password?" What the fuck?
I've
If I
actually
was-
I got a place that's it's not so much haunted, but gives off a haunting atmosphere, and was actually the inspiration for something that all of us know about.
Ben's
Oh,
bathroom.
mass.
No,
Let's say my uncle's house.
Centralia, Pennsylvania, the inspiration for Silent Hill.
yes,
When it,
It's the coal mine.
the abandoned coal mine.
Yeah, just raining ash all fucking day.
Yeah, and it's
still
even
on
got
fire.
it's still on fire, and there's a freaking the freaking foundation for the roads and everything is sinking and shit. So yeah, it's freaking badass.
Yeah, I read a
Yeah.
thing on Facebook that was like, it's Silent Hill, but your flashlight is just the light from your vape. I'm like, no wonder it's all smoky. You got
Like Ben, don't they have like a prediction like when the fire is supposed to burn itself out?
Pyramid Head comes out with like a fun noodle and a shirt for Carnifex.
No,
I'm a tornado.
I don't know. I do want to
Wait,
check
I
it
thought
out
it was-
though at some
I
point.
thought that town was in Virginia, was it not?
No, Pennsylvania, Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Oh wait, Silent Hill was in Virginia, wasn't it?
no. He's just
No.
he's telling you right now it's in
No,
Pennsylvania. He just did
no,
his
my-
research.
No, my mind is thinking for some reason tied Virginia to Silent Hill.
Well, your
Hey.
mind is wrong.
Hey, Dalton. Dalton, how do you say the word for Samhain again?
Stop it.
Stop in.
Transition.
So, there we go.
I'm gonna be a man forever, Connor. I'm not transitioning, okay?
Good.
Jesus tap dancing Christ. Anyway, we've talked about Samhain here before.
The motorbike. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, let's talk about pagan stuff. Anyway,
Jesus
I'm
just floats
a
in.
bad-
Sup, guys?
I'm such a bad pagan. I can't remember all the shit that's tied to it, man.
Samhain?
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember everything.
The regular ass people, Samhain. Shut the fuck up.
Thank
So
you.
anyway, thank you. Shut up, Ben. It's not my fault you have you're a Catholic upbringing. You're generally a good person, and you're a great guy.
Go ahead and do your thing,
Aw.
but I gotta go piss.
All right, cool.
Well, hurry, go pee pee.
Let's
Okay,
be
I'll
a dick and
pee
wait.
here in front of Ben.
What?
Anyway,
He immediately looked up. What?
so it's a festival that's kind of similar to Dia de los Muertos. Muertos? Day of the Dead.
Yeah, man.
Which is the Spanish one, celebrating and honoring the dead. In fact, that actually pretty much came from this festival. It's a festival that's usually held by the Gaelics, the Irish, which is the Celtics, or the Celts, and then pretty much most modern pagans. It's not necessarily like a Germanic thing. I said it wrong earlier when I said Germans, but it's actually just old Celts language. But it's pretty much presenting like ways to honor the dead, to celebrate your ancestors, praise them, and generally like you have feasts, like people dress up to ward off the evil spirits, that way their family can come and see.
This was also the origin of the Mary Lou, wasn't it?
I think so. I don't
Mary
know.
Lou is kind of a cool ritual. It's basically this person comes to your house with if memory serves, a horse's skull, and it kind of is somewhat the origin for trick or treating. They
I
come
know what you're
with a
talking
shroud over their head with a horse's skull in front of their face, and you have to what was called flighting, basically a rap battle with them. And if you lose, like if the Mary Lou comes to your house, and if you lose the flighting, you basically have to give up your pantry to them.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, that's
you
right.
and I know about
I
that.
know about that.
The Mario.
You know, Eminem's just eating everyone's fucking food. Like, God damn it, why did he move here?
All I picture is epic rap battles of history. Maryland. For God's sakes. Random house resident. Begin.
And it'd just be Matt or Ben, honestly, and they would lose every year. Like, Matt and Ben would be like, Ben, just start kicking their ass. And then it'd just be like, come get the pantry, man. You look in there? Why is there a potato?
Who's next? You decide.
But yeah, they,
Epic rep, it's like a bard battle, really, because like they had bard battles back in the day.
They had that in Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
yeah, they had. I was just about to say that.
Valhalla.
I was just about to say,
stalled battle?
bring that up. They made it kind of mainstream with Assassin's Creed Valhalla because you actually play the part of the Mary Lede, and when you go to this certain town,
That actually sounds super fun.
it really is.
What is that game in there where you do like the favors and you roll the stones? Or
Rolling
fuck.
Stones.
No,
no, it's a game and I played it a lot.
No.
You have like
That is fat. What?
you try to take each other's stones off and you get
I
god
know what you're
favors.
talking about. Yeah.
But Shan ordered on Etsy an actual version of that. So when I went over to his house, he's like, "No one's ever beat me," and like I was the only one to beat him. I was like, "Bro,
Wait a second. Are you talking about Mancala?
No, god damn it,
No.
No, the game is called Steel Stones for Gods, dummy.
Orlog.
Oh,
Orlog.
Yes, Orlog. It's a bad.
Orlog.
There's like dice that like.
Yeah, it's basically you have.
It's a sweet ass dice game. You attack the other people's stones and try to. Dude, it's.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of hours playing it on Assassin's Creed. So when my friend bought a real version, I was like, "We're doing this right now," and I was the only one to ever beat him.
You basically roll a whole bunch of dice, and each die has like an arrow, an axe, a shield, a helmet, and depending on how much you bet, you could gain gold and put it to your whatever gods you want. You have 3 gods you can ask for their favors.
Yeah, like pick up 2 extra stones per hit, or like protect you from 2 arrows. Like it's just a fun game. That's not Samhain though, so let's continue.
But it is a very fun game, and if you have the chance to pick up the real version of it, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
What if
Anyway.
we combine the 2 names, Samhain or Samva?
It's
But,
Sam.
I mean, it depends on where you're from, generally, because
That's
when you
fair.
say it in English, it's Samhain. But when you say it in, like, Celt, it's Savin. It just depends where you're at.
Fucking community is in fucking Kelp or whatever the fuck you're talking about.
Irish?
Yeah,
You're
I'm from
Irish.
Ireland.
No, the ocean, dumbass. He said kelp.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
more Texan than anything, man. It's Sam Hain,
Celtic
and
is Scottish.
he wears a pair of Wranglers.
I'm sorry, Ben, what?
Celtic is Scottish. Not
Gaelic
Irish.
is Scottish. Celtic is Irish.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
No, Gaelic is also spoken in Ireland as well.
Gaelic,
Fair enough.
the people are Scottish.
Hey.
The Celts are Irish.
Gaelic.
They're gay. they look gays.
Well, the only reason I know that is because I got a friend of mine who is from
Yes, they can,
is originally
they can
from Ireland,
speak
and
Scots. They can speak Scots, which is Gaelic, in Ireland.
Well, in that case, my bad.
yeah,
But it's
my
it's like the English or Anglo-Saxons.
The term
Yes,
Gaelic as a language applies only to the language of Scotland.
Scots.
So yeah.
But they're so close together, it would make sense that you can have them in Ireland. But it is Scottish,
Yeah.
it's Gaelic.
Yes.
And the Celts are Irish. I know that because I'm both of them.
Irish,
and I studied this
Irish
stuff.
people sound just like a happier version of Scottish.
Yes, so you get Scottish is like depressing, pessimistic Irish, and Irish is like super happy Scottish.
Irish is more up here. It's more bubbly.
The Scottish is more down here.
Got a store down here.
You didn't be out, go there.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
you.
Ben, can you do your lad a little favor and put the fucking sword up your fucking coat?
What the
Anyway,
fuck?
so
Anyway,
is Halloween is based around the same area about the same time, and a lot of the festival stuff is based off of that. And a lot of Christians say it's Satan's birthday, and I was like, would Satan actually have a birthday? And just, I'm not gonna try to do a religion war here. I'm just saying that that's kind of where that.
Totally want to.
It's gonna be a race war. Like fuck the Ashkenazis, man. I'm tired of this shit.
Next episode is just race war. Who's the race and why? It's white people. Surprise.
I do know is like the art of jack-o'-lanterns and everything. It wasn't originally pumpkins. They originally used turnips.
Yes, Connor.
What do you call a jack-o'-lantern that was made by Shaquille O'Neal?
A shack-o'-lantern.
Guys, he autistic screened himself to where you couldn't hear him. But yeah, no, Samhain is it's in a lot of spiritual communities as well. It's believed that this is a time that, especially I guess it kind of Christianity also does the same. It's like where the veil between the living world and the dead world is thin. So like I at this time of year I get a lot of like dreams of people who have passed, like people who are close to me that have passed, because I'm generally kind of an open person, and it's like when you go over there it's kind of a little easier, because I definitely believe you can communicate with the dead. I think it's, it is a thing.
Me as a Christian thinks it's a big no-no.
Yes, as a Christian you would
actively trying to communicate with dead people and spirits is like
I don't try to, it just happens.
It can happen. If it happens, you deal with it, but you don't go out of your way to try to do it.
No, technically, don't you guys also do the same thing? Because Jesus?
But like I said, that's where it's, like I said, man, we stole a lot of our shit from paganism because we.
I would say y'all stole a lot from us.
You stole Christmas from us.
I know.
Jesus was born in the summer.
Actually, in the name, there's Christ for Christmas, so it came from Christianity.
I get where you're going.
I will stab you.
We stole it from the pagans and we made it better. Now everybody gets toys.
I'm a tornado.
We got toys as pagans!
Yeah, we did too. We got toys as pagans.
The kids got toys. The people got YOLO.
Listen, you motherfuckers, y'all made up fucking Santa Claus. We had fucking Father Odin.
Claus was a real person.
Yeah, he was Saint Nicholas.
Yeah, Saint Nicholas.
A real man.
Yeah, so we replaced your thing with.
Didn't make him.
We replaced your thing with something that was historically accurate.
Listen, the original depiction, the original depiction of Father Christmas was the Allfather, Odin.
No.
And
I just wanted to generally be like show everyone I'm on the side that's right.
Odin would be
the side that's just my religion. So I had to
Odin would be the worst Santa Claus ever.
He's the best Santa Claus. He gives you wisdom.
Yeah, but you have to give him an eye for it, and he gets eaten by a dog.
I don't want wisdom. I want another PS5, Odin. You fuck.
Listen.
Why do you need another?
Only Odin sacrificed. Only Odin sacrificed his eyes so that way he can have eternal wisdom. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, and where'd that get him? Eaten by a dog.
Ragnarok doesn't happen.
Wisdom is cool and everything, but new graphics cards are better.
Yeah.
I'll take that over.
That's the greatest thing you could have said. That is the least Christian thing you could have said. Your religion is about being pious.
I'm fucking with you.
And humble.
But we both know Ben ain't fucking humble.
Yeah, have you seen that ass? He's hogging ass. I need some ass, man. I have nothing. It's flat.
Why do you sound like R. Kelly to me? I'm fighting for my motherfucking life.
Hey, at least there's one woman in Ohio. I can only imagine what Ohio women look like, man.
They look like like one of my exes.
He gonna run into Big Bertha and he's like, yeah, this is gonna have to do.
Dude, freaking Gabe was like, dude, there are less lesbians in the Midwest. I was like, yes! Because all I find is lesbians.
Because, I mean, that's been your biggest problem.
I'm gonna say, watch Dalton find the only lesbian in the town he moves into.
Like, hey, you're cute, I'm a lesbian. Alright, let's go to my villain arc.
Don't you love 2023? I register as a male binary lesbian. So you don't need a dildo, you just use mine.
I dated a chick who's like, I'm also a dude. So I was like, I technically have an ex-boyfriend. Like, Jesus Christ. I woke up just pissed off about it.
I mean, to be fair, I have an ex-goat.
What? Alright, okay. No.
Anyway,
let
that
sink in for a minute that he broke up with a goat or the goat dumped him, which is even better.
Throat goat?
No, what happened was Ben stole the goat.
Yeah,
What?
you fucking cunt.
What?
Wow,
Give me
Ben,
back
what a
my
dick.
lovely belladonna.
You ain't gonna want her back after I'm done with her, boy.
Ben, what an asshole.
I literally watched that fucking robot chicken skit
I
today.
almost broke Dalton.
I watched that robot chicken skit today where he's like, he's about to fuck a goat and his friend's like, what are you doing? Like, I was gonna turn this thing into an instrument. Like, okay, go for it. Like, you're just gonna stand there like, I got nothing better to do. So he kills his goat and turns it into a bagpipe. But like, okay, I'm sorry for not believing you. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry I got rid of Betsy.
So Samhain based for the end of is the end of the pharmacy since I have feast.
Hey, keep trying, Dalton.
Yes!
I don't think dogs could even hear that one.
You broke him.
Connor said the belladonna.
I spent so long trying to think of a B name that had an A with it, because all I could think was like Bess, Bethany, stuff like that. I was like, damn it. So then it just went, fuck it, belladonna.
Oh, fuck. Keep
I'm
going.
pretty sure that Samhain was made
Oh, it'll work too.
because of the Goths traditions of
Of course it's the Goths.
Of course, I'm just fell for my ceiling.
So much of my life, all they do is play
You
the
good?
cube and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, I just like dust fell, and I was like, "What the hell?" But yeah, no. So the Goths, which I'm pretty sure ended up being the Franks eventually, they ended up they had the original like Samhain festivals and stuff like that, which carried over when they went over into what was Scotland, Ireland, and at the time New England until the Anglos came over.
Frank is like the least goth name you can.
Right.
With you.
Stop, my name's Nightbird. I'm fucking Ravenshade. This is Frank.
But they're not that kind of goth, bud.
Actually, it's just short for Frank Furtner.
Just
Someone
so-
shoot him.
Why are you laughing at that, Dalton? It made no
It
sense!
just sounded like Frank fart in her, and I was like, what the
God damn it.
Just
Frank,
someone
quick, fart! Frank, fart in her. You got it.
That's how you become a goth, is you fart inside of a woman.
I thought you
Really?
fucking
That's
painted.
it?
I thought you painted your nails black.
Technically, we've all farted inside of a woman.
I mean, we
We've
were
all
like,
kicked.
this
We've
was-
all kicked a pregnant woman, by the way. I want you all to know that.
Yes, we all have kicked a pregnant woman.
I'd make it a mandate to kick at least one pregnant woman a month.
But babies do it for 9 months. Well, when they get their legs, whatever that is.
Apparently, when having an argument with my mother during when I was visiting my family a few days ago, apparently my mom said I ended up kicking her bladder and she got sick from it while she was carrying me. So I was like, oops.
Well, she would go ahead and piss, and she wouldn't be so sick.
Yeah. Sure.
But if they hit your
Shut
bladder,
up!
if they hit your,
Connor's the funny one today. Shut up.
Yeah, so Samhain is
Connor's on fire. He can't get our names right, but he's funny about it, so I'm cool with it today.
And Ben's just never funny.
he's got some. I'm honestly the.
Hold on, I'll say
I
this.
don't shit on Ben as much as everyone else, but I'm still the only one in his corner.
Well, I mean, Ben might be funny, more like funny looking, but you know.
That was the
Hey,
most-
Pot! How does it feel to be on that high horse of yours? And your glass house? You look like Peter Griffin had sex with another Peter Griffin! He gave birth to a fatter Peter Griffin!
This isn't
Hey.
the roast episode. God damn it!
Hey, hold
That
on,
is-
Dalton.
That is,
No.
however,
At least I don't have a giant dumpy like Ben does.
that's a compliment! I wish I had an ass!
Your
I sit
whole-
down and it's just nothing. It's just
Your
flat
whole
and it hurts
body
my
is a
ass.
dumpy.
Yes. Our bodies are dumpies, Jase, but if I could get my fat in my
And
stomach and put it in my
after
ass,
all, you're my wonder dumpy.
if I could get my fat and put it in my ass, we'd have another SCP.
I love that transition.
That was a good one.
I was going.
I'm pretty
to
sure
try-
there's an SCP somewhere about a fat guy. I'm sure I could find it.
I'm almost certain there is.
I'm gonna say, do your research. Jason and I will then just make ourselves into SCPs.
I mean, if it's convincing enough, they'll probably take it.
Well, hold on. So what SCPs did you know that you covered?
The fattest SCP is SCP-2611-1, also known as Large and in Charge, is an antagonistic SPC Foundation series. Part of the SPC is an overweight female that is being controlled by the SPC, which is a sentiment mass of fat that has manifested itself into an SCP. So it's just a fat woman.
Truly the worst one, Karen. Anyway, so the ones I remember we talked about mainly were ones that are more popular and more known, like 682, the giant lizard thing that can't be killed, it's immortal.
The unkillable lizard.
The doctor,
SCP,
the fucking...
SCP-049, the doctor, who touches you, you die, he tries to remake you, but just turns you into a zombie. But he thinks he's, like, curing you.
That's
then
a
there's,
weird
of course...
Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, I'll show you sometime. Anyway. Then there's, of course, the one everyone knows, 173 or 176. It's the thing that looks like the weird peanut statue, and if you blink...
179.
Yeah, 179. And it, like, if you blink, it breaks your neck.
Yep.
Like, you have to... It's literally like the Weeping Angels. Instead of absorbing you, they just kill you.
I'm okay with that.
That would be a death battle I want to see.
I do know that there is a SCP that counters 179.
I could probably see that. But, and of course there are other ones. And of course there was the Flesh That Hates, 616, which I think Matt mentioned. 610, whatever.
I was going to talk about that one.
But I know it's a super popular one. I mean,
also remember the Ronald Reagan with his face constantly cut up or something.
Oh yeah, it's a tape. Yeah, I remember that. I'd have to find the number, but I do remember that one. So, for this case, Jase, if you do want to talk about Fleshy Hate, you can, but I've got 6 SCPs, either just weird or creepy, to share with you guys, okay?
I mean, if you already covered the Flesh That Hates, I'll pick another one.
I've at least mentioned it, I believe. Anyway, so the first one I am pulling up is, of course, SCP-5140 Everest, and its containment class is Keter. Basically, it's just about a mountain. Like, I could almost just say it's just Mount Everest, and you'd say, yeah. But the point of it is that people end up dying on it a lot. There's records of, like, people coming up from the ground and, like, you know, dragging them down or killing them. And, of course, it's cold as shit up there, so you're gonna die. But the big thing about it that scared me was at the end of it, it says that recent, like, recon reports have shown when they've looked under the snow, it's just bodies. More and more and more bodies. Almost like it's trying to say the mountain is just literally a mountain of bodies that have just made a mountain. Like, when you're climbing Everest, you're literally just climbing a massive corpse pile, which is...
I mean, there are, though. That's Everest. They literally... There's bodies that are checkpoints.
Yeah,
There's
but I'm
also
saying,
trash.
like, it's saying the whole mountain is made up of bodies. But I do get what you're saying, man. Yeah. But I'm sure that's why the SCP might have been made, just the idea that you're literally finding bodies as you go up the mountain, which is dark. But yeah, so that's Everest, a quick one, pretty simple one. Then the next one I have, okay. I kind of want to save this one for last, so let me go to another one real quick. I'll save that one. So now, which one was this that I found? This is a weird one because it's sexist, but I find it funny. So this one is... Oh god, I lost it. What the fuck? Where'd it go? Shit. Shit, fuck.
Connor thinks sexism's funny.
Fuck. You know what I mean.
Hilarious.
Fuck, where'd it go? It literally was here. It's not that one. Shit.
What did you do? Did you
He lost his penis. That's what he lost.
Okay, it's called the Hanging Tree, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's a white oak tree. It is located in a forest in New York. I can't see the words because they're redacted. And basically, when a human male goes underneath the tree, a previously inanimate vine will come down from the branch, wrap around the victim's neck, strangle them until they die, and drop them. But it will not do anything if women go up to the tree.
So it's shy?
LaBeouf. I got him.
I'm not even drunk, I'm just like super giggly today.
So there's dialogue with it for the thing.
The thing? John Carpenter?
Look, don't bring John Carpenter into this.
I don't know. I'd have to look at this again for the whole thing. But the point of it is just
I'm
to
from
be.
the South. You said hanging tree. I didn't think sexism.
I didn't think sexism either. I thought
I
racism.
Now,
I thought hanging black people was sexy as fuck, so I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Oh god.
Looks at the court, the tree at the courthouse in Comanche.
Oh my god.
anyway. So the next one I've got is SCP-911. It's not. No, I'm kidding. It's called the Egyptian Book of the Dead. It's literally I think it's either said papyrus, I believe, like the paper they used back then.
Yes,
Papyrus. Thank you. Yeah. Basically, it's a papyrus scroll of the Egyptian Book of the Damned, and it said when a living human makes skin contact with it, 90% of cases, personality, memory, higher brain function, consciousness, basically everything are drawn into the scroll, and leaving a body with no brain function, and they die in 3 days, usually, of dehydration.
To be fair, there's a lot of Americans that don't have brain function, and they still continue to exist. So,
Though,
Yeah, we have one as a president.
now,
yeah, we have like
here's
4 of them in a podcast.
Now, here's the creepy part about it, at least, or somewhat. There's a 10% chance, though, that contact with SCP-911 will exchange the mind and personality of the subject making contact with that one of one previously stored in the scroll. So that could be of, like, some other person who accidentally touched it, D-class personnel, or even an Egyptian for the time. Who fucking knows? Could you imagine, like, you touch it, your body goes in there, and what comes out is just, like, a crazy sex offender?
Dude, that's kind of like what
It would just change out the same person then.
That's what that movie Talk to Me is, because like there's a hand.
Oh yeah.
When you grab it, and you say "Talk to me," like a spirit of a dead person's there, so it could be anyone that has died, but they kind of lie a bit.
I just hated the premise of the movie because I hated the idea that these kids knew they had a haunted hand and said, "Let's make a game of it." Fucking British people.
That's the best part of it, honestly, because it's a new, like, everyone that does it, like when she first comes out of her first fucking trance, so she's just like, "How was it?" She's like, "That was fucking awesome," because it's like you're a dude. Just watch. It's a good movie.
No, I've heard it's a good movie. I just hate the idea that they willingly know they're talking to the dead. They're like, let's keep doing it, bro. Come on.
It's of course that's how fucking Satan works, man. It's such a new high and such a new experience. You get to be a different.
No.
You get to be a. Honestly, if I walked into a party and they're like, "All right, we're gonna talk to the dead," I'm like, "I'm out, peace."
I'm literally gonna become a black guy if I saw that. I'd be like, nope, I'm out.
We just watched Nope the other day. It's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
You're gonna turn into a black guy, so you're gonna be the first one to die?
No, because we watched The Blackening the other day too, and the tagline for that is we can't all die at once, or we can't all be the first to die. And it was a legit, like, it's a comedy horror movie that's like very black. It's fucking funny.
It would have been funny if they all immediately died.
So, here's a funny NPC or NPC. SCP. Shut the fuck up. I mean, technically it's an NPC when I talk about it, but you'll get the point. This is SCP-1270, literally called Man with a Gun.
Dalton.
Now we're back to base.
Basically, it's a phenomenon localized on a top floor of a 3-story building, and it just says redacted industrial park outside the city of redacted. So we won't know. Basically, when you go into the top floor of the building, it triggers a manifestation of a dude, an adult male, human, of course, armed with a shotgun. Once it manifests, it will attack intruders, basically trying to get them out of the place, killing them, fatally injuring them, whatever.
Until you said shotgun, I was like, dude, they just made an SCP out of Lee Harvey Oswald.
Anyway, so here's the fun part about it. If you kill the manifestation SCP-1270-1, that's what the manifestation is called anyway. If you kill it, its cadaver will demanifest, and then another one will come up and just resume the search. It's like an infinite. It's like a video game almost. Like you kill it, it respawns.
I don't think most SCPs can die though. Like that's the whole point of it. It's something otherworldly.
Well, SCP,
I know
the
some
point
can die. I'm not just gonna make that random statement.
Oh yeah. SCP is mainly the way to be classified as an SCP is having an anomaly that breaks the laws of physics or natural laws.
I mean, if it continues to manifest with its ultimate goal of killing you, you could say it was its manifest destiny.
I hate you.
Okay, now let's move on to the actually scary ones real quick. Or the ones I decide. Now,
I'm not too upset at that one.
I'm curious to see if Jase might know this, because he seems to be the other person who knows SCPs pretty well, but we'll see. So this one,
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, the only other person I would think that know is Matt and me and Jase.
So I'll say I know SCPs.
Ben, how much of
really
SCP,
don't even know what it
SCPs
stands
do you
for?
know? Secure,
SCPs,
contain, protect.
Okay.
The point of it is the Foundation goes out, captures the anomalous things, and tries to keep them hidden and safe from people.
See, I know about SCPs. I don't know the individual ones.
There's thousands of them.
There's a lot.
But
It's like a subculture of creepypasta.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, back to it. SCP-3935, which is known as This Thing a Quiet Madness Made.
I don't know that one.
It's kind of like a Panic at the Disco song. It has a really long title.
Yeah.
Okay, no one knew that joke. All right, moving on.
You made the joke.
Right, since not tragedies.
sorry.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, there's another song they have. It's literally called "There's a Reason These Tables Are Numbered, Honey. You Just Haven't Figured It Out Yet."
Sit,
I shit you not.
Keeps like, come on, just snap, snap, snap your fingers for me. Good God, just give me perfect. Come on,
Anyway.
just tap your shoes to the feet.
So,
Fucking nerds.
SCP-3935 is an extratemporal, extraspatial, non-Euclidean space located beneath a Salvation High School in Salvation, India. So, basically, the point of it is being inside the school, or even in the town, because it says anomalous shit happens in the town, is like weird shit that happens, but not limited to things like saying you fall through the floor like no clipping, you just die, you get lost in a tunnel, suffocate, get crushed. It's really creepy. Because here's the funny part, though. It said on one report, teachers were saying kids were playing pranks on them. So I'm literally just picturing a kid, like, no clipping through the floor, his head gets cut off, and then the teacher just goes, "Those damn kids again."
Dude, there's, in American Horror Story Season 3 Coven, it deals with witches. And they have to do this thing to become a better witch where you have to go to the underworld to leave your body. And this one, like, white witch chick, she gets stuck in hell, but hell is your worst moment stuck on repeat the whole time. So she's just down there.
Kind of like Lucifer.
That's where she kept making a frog come back to life, and like it's nuts, man. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Lucifer's kind of like that. Like, their hell's based on your guilt.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't it be? Once you die and you're stuck with all of your past memories, and you're like, I brought myself here. Okay, great.
I'm sorry. I have to say something I just saw. Like, you know who Lana Del Rey is, right? Or at least heard the name. I just saw a picture and had her in like SS uniform. It said Lana Del Reich, and I fucking giggled. I just had to say something to somebody.
Lana Del Reiki Reed.
So,
Can we continue? Can we talk about Nazi disabled like Darth Vader that keeps showing up on my Facebook?
I mean, when we get to Horrors of War.
It's
I
like
haven't finished yet.
Disabled veteran. I know. It just pops up out of nowhere. I'm like, why does this keep happening, Disney? Why do you keep showing me Nazi Darth Vader? He's already disabled. You don't have to make him more disabled. Sorry.
Anyway.
Go ahead, Connor. I'm sorry. It just pisses me off.
I guess. Okay. So one thing I was going to read was one of the addendums, a UIU field report. And I'm only going to read one of the days, I promise. I'm not going to talk about it. But basically, it's an example of things that happen at the Salvation High School area. So this is for Thursday. During a gym class, senior Nate Bennett avoids a dodgeball when it phases through him. As he begins to sink into the floor, he screams for help. Nobody who noticed seemed motivated enough to help him. The entire school shifts up roughly a foot off its foundations at 11:23 a.m. The vice principal sent to inspect it describes something small with too many faces grinning at him from underneath the building before the school slowly resettles. The boys' locker room disappears and are replaced by something that screamed. Witnesses are unable to provide any further details. As the students leave the school for the day, they see 9 young women hanging in the air, tilted forward at a 45-degree angle, roughly 25 meters above the school's parking lot. They can be seen silently mouthing words. All witnesses describe their appearance as ugly and unremarkable. They vanish at approximately 3 o'clock p.m. The majority of all residents describe hearing a child's voice say the word hello below them at this time. A panic ensues as town officials have no response for the women in the sky. The principal decides to close the school on Friday.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd leave that
So,
open
yeah.
too.
So yeah, how fun is that?
However,
Well,
Dumbledore from Hogwarts would be like, nah, leave it open, let children die, it's fine.
So the other thing is, there's an access point to SCP-395. It's a stone arch, and it has a quote on it for the but no one knows the creator and such. It is inscribed in English. It simply reads, "The way below winds deeper, longer, unspeakable its patterns laid. The lost forever damned to wander, this thing a quiet madness made."
Fair enough.
It's a really creepy one, I love it. But
That was the most gothic thing I've ever heard.
yes. But this one I'm about to talk about, I love it just because of how it involves the person who reads it or has to talk about it. So this literally says, it has a warning for the person reading it. It literally says, by order of the Overseer Council, the following file describes a Keter-class anomalous cognitohazard, and it's a level 4 out of 2316 classified. Unauthorized access is forbidden.
Hell yeah.
So literally it's telling you, this is forbidden, why are you reading this? It'll even say, the following file contains images and text that are carriers for anomalous cognitohazardous influences. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Due to this, it is imperative that all personnel accessing this file be certified as having a cognitive resistance value of no less than 14.5. Should you fail an automatic CRV verification, please remain calm and do not move. A member of your site's medical staff will be with you shortly. So to even look at the file, you have to have like a good base of like mental acuity, I guess. And if you don't, you will literally be like dragged off by medical personnel because apparently.
So what you're saying is none of us here.
Yes.
Bring
Fair
it.
enough.
So the fun part of it is, it even says, please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. So, as for all of us to have fun with it too, you'll repeat after me and say it, okay? I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
I recognize the bodies in the water.
It's the bodies in the water.
Okay, Dalton, fuck you, you're out. Everyone else, good job. Let's do the thing. Run adjustable tonal variance processor. Verification complete. User CRV is within acceptable limits. So basically,
Dalton, however, you're going to jail.
so anyway, basically SCP-2316 is a designation for an anomalous phenomenon existing within a lake, which we don't know the lake. It's redacted. It's in a county somewhere, but again, redacted. Basically, when you look into the lake, you start seeing like a bunch of bodies in there. But after looking enough, or even looking once, you'll start looking into the water and seeing the bodies. Like, you'll see people you know, dead or alive, mainly associated with your childhood.
So it's like Never-Ending Story and fucking Lord of the Rings.
Basically.
Never ending.
But yeah, the whole time, you just have to be careful. And again, one more time, I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
I do not recognize the bodies in the
He owes
water.
me $5.
Run adjustable tonal
Are the
variant
bodies going to
processor.
ask us for 350?
No.
God damn that Loch Ness monster.
Anyway, we passed verification. But yeah. So, you can't touch the water. If you touch it, you just cause more bodies to spawn. You do not recognize the bodies in the water, by the way. Anyway. And if you even try to go in the lake, you're just gone. Like, you're gonna die. You're gone. Okay. So one last time. I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Running adjustable tonal variance processor. Verification incomplete. User CRV is not within acceptable limits. User CRV influenced by active cognitohazards. Please stay still. A member of your site's medical staff will be with you shortly.
Fair enough.
You guys did.
And that's why I love it so much. I just love that the file itself actively like engages you with it. Like, it's
I think
one
it
of
would be
my favorites.
hilarious if people just came into all of our rooms.
I know.
They started carting us off like, oh shit!
To
And
be
then
fair,
literally,
they'd be
they just like
carting off-
upload this video for the people to know what happened.
They would be carting off me, Ben, Matt, and Jase. Not you, Dalton, because you failed it immediately.
Yeah, you fucked it up.
Yeah, bitch.
I was gonna
You're
say
not supposed to recognize.
one of the ones that I knew only because it was a counter to 179 is SCP-131, lovingly dubbed the iPods.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
It's a pair of two little teardrop shaped little creatures with a giant blue eye, and they have like a little wheel under them. And I guess they form attachments to different people. And it says any report of abuse or mistreatment to the subject will result in a harsh reprimand.
Yeah,
So-
there are. Go ahead.
Their object class is safe, and I remember it's like I guess one of the D class personnel befriended them before they went to go see 179, and you have to go in there once a week to clean its containment cell because it constantly leaks a mixture of a black liquid along with human shit.
Yep.
And so once a week it has to be cleaned, and they have to have like 2 or 3 people cleaning it while they have another team constantly watching it. But the iPods, they never blink, so they kind of rolled in there with the D-class personnel and just stared at it, and they couldn't do anything.
That'd really be helpful. You think they would just let the iPods join the cleaners, but nope. D-class are expendable. Your life is forfeit.
I have two more, and I'll do them real fast. One of my other favorites, excluding 682, 049, and all them, is 035. The comedy and tragedy mask.
Oh, it's the oh yeah. I remember
It's
that
basically it's a looks like a porcelain mask, and it's kept in like one of those glass boxes. But whoever wears it, the mask starts slowly to devour them, and the mask takes control of the host, and they can talk to whoever they want.
It'll basically try to persuade you, the closer you are, to put it on so it can like dissolve and like kill you. Like it'll literally sit there and try its best to say like, "Yo, dude, like you should totally put the mask on. There's like big titty bitches."
Sounds like the curse of the mask from Goosebumps.
Kinda,
but more fucked up.
It has actually traveled with 049.
Yes, I heard that. It's weird.
They
go to Vegas or something? Like what the fuck?
During the plague. But yeah, that's another favorite of mine. And one more is, and I think Ben could probably appreciate this one, is 07. It's SCP-079. It's basically a computer. Is a Xtity Sorcerer microcomputer built in 1978. In the 81, a college sophomore attending Redacted took it upon himself to code an AI. According to his notes, the code was to continuously evolve and self-improve as time went on. His project was completed in a few months, and after some tests and tweaks, the creator lost interest and moved to a different brand of computer, and he left it cluttering in the garage, still plugged in, and it basically gained sentience.
Oh, it's fun.
And it can actually communicate. It can communicate. It can talk. And one of the things, it is never supposed to be plugged in, basically given internet access, or it is theorized that it will basically take over, try to take over everything.
I like it.
Of course you do.
It actually made friends with 682.
The lizard that hates, yeah. Or, no, it's not called the lizard that hates, it's just called...
The unkillable lizard.
Yeah.
You're right back.
I got it mixed with the flesh that hates for some reason. But then again, the lizard hates humans too, so...
But,
who doesn't?
It's
a Devin. Hi, Devin. Sorry, Jase.
Hi,
I like
Devin.
saying hi to Devin.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the lizard, like, legitimately hates humanity. Like, it'll say...
hates everything.
Yeah.
That's why it sells you car insurance.
But,
You sure it's not just Mark Zuckerberg in that container?
I do know that it's considered to be. It has passed the the Turing test. It's quite conversational, though very rude and hateful in tone. Due to its limited memory to work with, it can only recall information it has received in the past 24 hours. And if you just are mean to it back, it will just lock itself for 24 hours.
I just thought of some. Isn't that
Sounds
just
like
the
Connor.
computer from Courage the Cowardly Dog?
More or less.
Just always calling Courage a twit and saying he's stupid.
Basically, but it's basically the computer for Kurt's a Cowardly Dog, but it doesn't have the posh accent like it does. This is like real hard,
Do you
monotone,
real hard kind of stuff.
Do you think
talks like this?
Do you think you could ask it about the horrors of war?
Probably, but you're not gonna get an answer.
It's a simple transition, but it still checks out.
Now this is the perfect time to say a lot of really fucked up stuff. That would never mind.
Never mind. That's not like we didn't say anything about. Oh, hi Ben.
The only fucked up thing I could say about Ben is he needs to fucking tan his shoulders.
Yeah.
You got a farmer tan from hell, son.
It looks like you're wearing a see-through short sleeve shirt right now.
What about my shoulders?
You don't leave the house.
You're just freckled.
Ben has got a farmer's tan like a motherfucker.
I literally have ginger complexion, but without
breast
the ginger.
ham?
I love breast ham.
I mean, Ben does have a pressed ham in his fucking ass.
What the fuck?
Anyway,
that reminds me of an IT joke.
Horrors of war. For example, per se, let's simply start with something easy we all know. Mustard gas.
Yeah.
Chemical warfare, incredibly fucked up. Literally, Germans made it, yeeted it in a trench, and then it would literally just choke people to death and die.
Yeah.
Dude, that's one thing we learned in basic. Like, all right, what do you think's more effective? Flying by in a plane and just shooting at a village, you may get a couple people, or dropping a chemical, and then everyone gets fucked up.
Yeah.
We'll go with the latter, Mr. Sir.
I'll take mustard gas for 500, Alex.
And
I will take things against the Geneva
the
Convention.
mustard gas, though.
Now, what was there was a prototype for this, but it did not go well. What was it? What is ketchup gas? Correct. It's literally they just drop it. It's just overpowering ketchup smell. Just
ew, gross.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Like
I love ketchup.
I like ketchup, but yeah, I don't think anyone really likes the smell of ketchup. It's overpowering.
I don't like the smell of mustard.
No, I don't either. But
I don't like mustard at all, man.
Mustard guy. I love mustard.
I don't really give a shit about either of those smells. I'm good.
Look at Ben here. Oh, I snort mustard.
There's only one
every
thing
day.
I know, or I take that back. There's two things that I know. Only because one came from a video game. I can't remember. I think it was called Spec Ops: The Line.
Wasn't that a game where like there's a huge chemical?
Yeah, and you end up getting the bad guys at the end of it.
Yeah,
it's really fucked up.
What was it, Ben? White sulfur or something?
I think
white
it was.
phosphorus.
White phosphorus.
That was gonna be mine. Yeah, white phosphorus, because they stopped using that because it's literally it just rains down like pouring acid on you. You can't just stop, drop, and roll white phosphorus off. It's gonna do its job. It's like the fucking blood from the xenomorphs.
The other one I know of is and
Nazi
from what
zombies.
I heard, well, that too, but from what I heard, it was it got requested to be banned because of Germany. Like Germany, as requested for it to be banned, was the trench gun.
Yeah, the shotgun.
Can you imagine being
They
so
were just mad because their homies were getting taken out by pump action shotguns.
Like, what was it, Ben? Wasn't it like an 8 gauge?
No, it was a 12 gauge.
Was it?
They were just upset. They're like, "You're not allowed to kill us that close when we're trying to take you to our camps." And we said, "Fuck you, we're America." And then they're like, "We're gonna ban those bad guns because we're trying to change children's eyeballs with fucking different random colors." So that's not near as bad, right?
We're trying to give them
World War
heterochromia.
Matt, this is in World War One. The shotgun.
No,
The trench gun was in World War One. So heterochromia, no, it wasn't. That wasn't the thing. And
I
Well, too bad. Fuck you, Matt. You dumb barista.
Yeah, I'm a
making
barista.
joke.
Burrito stuff.
I just wanted to bring back barista joke.
Like the owing fact that the Germans in World War I were not inherently the worst people in the world. They were just backing up their buddy.
Meanwhile, Canada
Is the reason for the fucking Geneva Convention. For those who don't know.
I'm about to stop saying sorry.
Like,
Oh shit.
Canada has two different moods. There's no in between. There's absolute kindness and genocide. There is no in between. Like what Israel's doing to Palestine right now is nothing compared to what Canada can do to you.
If there was a genocide Canadian band called System of a Doom.
System of a Doom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
Disorder.
Why do they always send the poor?
Why do they always send the poor? Why do they always send the... anyway, so...
Why don't peasants fight the war? Why do they always
It is
send the poor?
your fucking people, Connor. Why can't you do your own accent? Oh, but
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do it with sugar. Well, that just sounded weird.
So anyway,
Yeah, that's why I hate playing Wheel of Fortune with fucking Surge Tanking, because he buys up all the vowels like
Yeah, Connor,
Recently, that's been
that fucker.
Recently, that's been my favorite System of a Down song, AEAO.
So, did anybody talk about Attack of the Dead Men?
Oh,
No.
I love that
No.
one.
World War
No.
I.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, World War I, there was a Russian battalion that was attacked by hydrochloric acid. And it was like hydrochloric acid is terrible for your body, obviously. Basically, what was happening was like their skin was melting off of their flesh, and they continued to fight, scaring the hell out of the Germans. Like it's just these Russians. Yeah, they were Russians during World War I before the Bolshevik Revolution, and the Germans shot hydrochloric acid at them, and then they continued to fight, and they looked like zombies, and it scared the fuck out of these soldiers. Would it not?
I mean, if memory serves, like weren't Russians like one of the toughest of the toughest back in World War I?
Still very tough.
Like they train in like pig's blood and shit.
Yeah, it was Spetsnaz. Yeah,
but yeah,
it was the 11th Landwehr Division that attacked them. Apparently,
the best part is it gave us a bitchin' ass song from Sabotage.
It did. However, there were 900 Russians. There were 7,000 Germans.
Well, I mean, to be fair, how would you feel if you saw the person you threw hydrochloric acid on still charging after you, like skin melting and looking dead? You just be like,
yeah, there were 800 people who died.
Reminds me of a Cannibal Corpse song called "From Skin to Liquid." It's like one of their only fucking instrumentals, but it's badass.
Shit. Wait a second.
The Germans
what band plays that?
Cannibal Corpse. It's one of their few instrumental songs.
Corpsing the Cannibal.
It's called "From Skin to Liquid."
I gotta look this up.
The Germans retreated, running so fast that they were caught up in their own barbed wire traps. The 5 remaining Russian guns subsequently opened fire on the fleeing Germans. The 13th Company, under the command of Lieutenant Kalinsky, Katansky? I don't know Russian, counterattacked parts of the 18 Regiment along with the railway and forced them to fight. During the attack, the lieutenant was mortally wounded and handed over command to the 2nd, whom I'm named cannot pronounce. I know like 4 Russian words of like Privyet, who despite severe gas poisoning with the remnants of the company entrusted him to carry the attack to the end, using bayonet tactics to take possession of the 1st and 2nd sections of their position. They didn't hold it for much longer because they all died, but it scared the hell out of the original attack. And the casualties for the Germans were moderate to heavy. 900 Russians versus 7,000 to 8,000 Germans.
Yep.
And then Hitler was like, let's attack them. Fucking dumb.
All I could picture was just Hitler saying, "My
First
God,
of all,
Russian zombies."
Hitler wasn't in a leadership position. He was just a fucking grunt back then.
I know, but still.
No, I'm talking about World War II.
Oh, World War II? Yeah, he's the.
Yeah, he decided, like, I don't even think it was him, but still.
I think he was one of the main guys in World War II.
I think he had a very important role of some kind. I can't think of it, though.
I mean, he was a figurehead.
Orchestrator, but...
He didn't even... Wasn't it anything about art school?
You see, what happened was, it wasn't even him. Like, it was everybody else. He was just a speaker. They paid him to speak for them. And then he just kind of, like, stayed in that as a figurehead. He's like Biden. He's a dumbass who's on drugs who doesn't know where he's at.
Okay, don't be mean.
Don't be mean to what?
Jesus Christ.
Don't be mean to Hitler.
I almost said that. For some reason, I was going to take Hitler's side over Biden for some reason.
Wow,
I was going to be like, hey, don't be mean to Hitler. He's not Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I forgot this message.
Apparently, that's how much we fucking hate Biden. We're willing to say, don't be mean to Hitler.
We're not
What
liberals
the
by any
fuck?
means. We're just all we don't care about your politics. We just think you're all dumb.
We don't care
but
about
yeah,
the
no,
either.
I almost committed the cardinal sin of speaking. The equivalent of Hitler was a bad guy, but...
Was he a bad guy? Yes, of course. He absolutely was. He was a piece of shit human who should have been as a baby.
I'm just saying, so many people will mention, like, oh, the terrorists are bad, but then they'll have to stop and go, but the moment you say but in any context like that, you're in trouble.
Stalin was so much worse, though.
Of course he
Stalin
was!
was worse.
Of course he was!
Yeah, but he didn't have the flair that Hitler had. He didn't have...
The problem is, Hitler cared about his own people. Stalin did not.
The difference between these two villains is presentation.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Megamind's
I mean, there's another.
And there is no Queen of England.
There's
It's true.
as far as I think I can't remember if he was worse than Stalin or not, but Pol Pot.
Pol Pot, pretty fucking bad.
Pol Pot at least got a fucking Dead Kennedy song called "It's a Holiday in Cambodia." Kid, but it's like honestly, Dead Kennedys helped me bring that up in a history class. Like, who's another? I was like, Pol Pot. Like, nice. How do you know? Like, Dead Kennedys. Like, what do you want me to say?
The only knowledge Matt had in that entire class.
I learned my history from music, like punk songs.
Like the only reason, like, if memory serves, Pol Pot he got out real light. Like, all he had to do was house arrest and everything, didn't he?
He was a garbage person.
Commit crimes against humanity. You're grounded. You get to stay home, bitch.
Yeah, he said no Wi-Fi for a week.
Well, I mean,
oh jeez, how am I gonna look up murder porn now?
Okay, I got one. This was in 1937, but it was the rape of Nanking.
Oh God!
I always think of Nat King Cole, so I think they raped that guy. But apparently, the Japanese people took over this fucking place.
The way you rape my girls.
It was
anal.
It was the 6-week-long fucking murder and rape frenzy the Japanese did on this fucking town or whatever.
Yeah.
Estimated 200,000 to 300,000 deaths. There's an estimated 20,000 to 80,000 women raped. They literally had newspaper fucking printings of who could behead the most civilians. Where all these fucking Japanese fucking captains, they would just sharpen their swords, and they would like, who can behead the most in a day? And they ran that for like over a week. Like, oh, freaking Tommy Taka-san's in the leading. Like, holy, like, is that going to be on ESPN? I don't fucking know.
Tommy Taka-san is up today. He has 83 rapes and 76 beheadings. But you know what is coming right behind him? Is Yokashi. Yokashi's coming right behind him.
I am coming for you. I will behead and rape at them all the women.
I've read a lot of stories on this. We'll get to you in a second, Connor. But I heard a lot of stories about this. One of which was a guy who had like three daughters and like 6 granddaughters. There's a Chinese guy, obviously. And then the Japanese were like, either you rape your girls or we'll do it and make you watch. And I was like, how is there a survival story with this? What happened?
Good question.
Almost sounds like a Serbian film.
Almost. It's so bad. It's so much worse. Like, could you imagine being in that position? I'd be like, fuck this and blow up the whole house.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill my own family before you.
I would rather them dead.
I would murder my family and myself before you could touch us.
And murder them too.
When I hear about like Richard Ramirez, he would break into a house, kill the husband first. Maybe not even fully kill them. You're just bleeding on the couch with 2 fucking gunshots in your head while you hear your wife and child be just destroyed by a fucking psychotic fucking satanic brown guy.
Yeah.
A barista.
Maps?
A barista breaks into your house. In the
We
middle
did
of the
it! It came full circle.
Yeah, the Japanese still refuse to like mention that. They're like no apologies.
No shit. How could you admit that? How? Hello, we'd like to make an apology about the 200,000 men we've beheaded and the way more shit ton women we have violated with our very small wieners. That's the joke I was gonna make. Was did they even?
To be fair, I was going to reign the Emperor of Demont if I cut off the most heads. Okay.
Hey, to be fair, most of the women were only raped about 2 inches.
I have been really struggling to make Emperor of Demont.
So I've actually got a wartime horror story. Now, the numbers, like numerically, it doesn't rank up there, even though it's pretty fucking bad. But
it's like I beheaded 12 people and raped 18 women.
Hold the fuck on, Jesus Christ! Shut up.
Don't tell Jesus to shut up. He's always listening.
Yeah. He sounded so offended. Shut up, Dalton.
Any fucking ways. While it's not as many as like in World War II and shit, percentage wise, I don't think there's much that can top it. So, from spring of 1915 through autumn of 1916, the Armenian genocide, as many as 1.2 million people were killed, which is 75% of the entire population of 1.6 million that resided within the Ottoman Empire from the start of it.
Yes, but without that many people dying, we would not have the greatest band in the world, System of a Down.
Yes.
To be fair, the Ottomans had it coming.
Hold on.
Yeah,
so
the Ottomans were the ones that were doing the killing. The Armenians were dying.
The Ottomans are just a footrest for couches.
Yes.
Let's be honest here.
So a little modern day politics it's happening again.
That's
like Armenia is being attacked again, and people are just being wiped out like discriminately. And System of a Down came out like, are we gonna say something about this? And no news has said shit on it. They're Israel and Palestine, but no, there's
they were so anticipating a new System of a Down album that like, let's just make them make a new one. The only way they're gonna make a new one is if we kill a whole bunch more Armenians.
Well, whenever Armenia got attacked again in like 2020, that's when we got the 2 new System of a Down songs.
See, and that's why they got their name changed to Turkey, because when you cut that many heads off, it sounds like.
Actually, the reason that happened, well, it's nobody's business but the Turks.
There you go. See right there, man. That's why we kill them every fucking Thanksgiving for America.
Istanbul was Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Yeah, no, it's Ben is right. The Armenian genocide was absolutely fucking deplorable, and it's still a thing today, apparently. You can just look at the modern stuff of war that's going on. Like the shit that's going on in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Hamas literally bombed Israel. They took their own shit out.
Israel literally bombed the fuck out of them too, like civilians in Palestine, not just Hamas.
The worst Ukrainian war crime I've seen that makes me like cry every time I see it is like the farmers. Yeah, this is when the farmers steal the tanks. It's
hilarious.
It's so awful.
But no, dude,
I didn't know where to go with the joke.
I don't know why.
I'm like 75% of an entire population, though. 3 out of 4 people dying. Like, you can't get any worse than that.
Yeah, that's metal as shit.
Fair, on the other side, you can't get any better than that either.
Meanwhile, the Ottoman Empire, shit happens.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling like
forget about it. You want some Turkish delight?
I don't know why, but I feel like I have to say is like we do not condone any of the horrible shit that we've been saying.
However, we participate in it.
I 110% condone towards it.
Well, we kind of do.
Well, like, I mean, no, we're Americans.
Like,
our tax money that we give goes to these wars.
We don't give a shit if we're wrong anyway. We're American.
Yeah, but like
God
our tax
damn it.
money goes to these places that people are fighting and having wars in. Like we gave $1 billion to Iran, who then gave it to Hamas. Was like attack them because they want Israel gone.
I run over here to give them y'all's money y'all gave to me.
Like our system is so inherently rigged and screwed up that like the rape of Dan King is almost freaking just forgotten about for sure. But like at this point, it's just getting like it's just happening everywhere. Nobody's fucking doing anything about it.
What are we going to do as 5 fucking Texan podcasters who can barely walk
it.
through
No,
flights of
I
stairs?
got it. We're gonna get a factory, and then we're gonna start another Unit 731.
There
All
you
right. Let's fucking go.
Because Unit 731 will totally show them Ruskies what we're about.
Bacon horse is fine horse.
I figured y'all would appreciate
Damn
that.
it, Ben!
Motherfucker, Ben.
I know we've tried to kind of stay away from politics necessarily as a podcast, but
It's impossible not to. As much as I don't give a shit about them, they still make up our entire life.
My ideology is like, first off, political parties is bullshit. They're all dumb.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like we need to, as a eventually just come out and be like, y'all need to stop. But I don't know where to go with that.
Apparently, Matt went to Nanking.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
I think
Don't worry about it. Woo!
Devin.
Yeah, she came in here being a little sexy bitch.
I can smell it from here.
out.
Yeah, I have that too, Matt. I know what it's like.
Yeah,
my imaginary girlfriend walks.
My left hand comes
hey,
in
babe.
when I'm sleeping and trying to go to sleep. And
Oh, hey, sweetie girl, I missed you.
Hey, look at Jase. Look at Jase there. He's got pussy walking all over the place.
You know it's bad when your left hand tells you it's tired and wants to go to bed. I'm not feeling like it. Like, come on, baby. It's been 2 weeks, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And I want to learn all about this.
Okay, so Unit 731 happened from 1936 to 1945. It was a Japanese-occupied fucking experimental POW camp where they did human experiments, biological warfare, and chemical warfare. There's an estimated 3,000 to 300,000, estimated over 400,000 deaths just from how they experimented on people. They would take any and everybody they possibly could. It was one of the most fucked up. Like, honestly, if you could just see the notes from the people, like, all right, well, let's set this person on fire. Oh, didn't like it. Okay, all right, let's stab this person. Oh, they didn't like it. Okay, how did you like getting syphilis to your sister? Oh, he didn't like it. So if you just look through all the notes of, they didn't like it. Let me guess, these people didn't like it.
They fucking referred to their captives that they were doing experiments on. They referred to them as logs.
Yeah, marauders or whatever they were called. Martyrs, marauder. There was a term for it where they were less than human. They were literally just there to be used as any and everything. Like there's we could let a couple more people talk about it, but I want to go down some of the list of the shit they just did because they could.
Fucking go, dude. I was hoping for this one.
This is all you, bud.
I know. No, Connor actually wanted to talk about it.
To be honest, well, the only reason I did was it was mentioned in the book I have. So go ahead and start. I'm gonna grab the book and see the mention of it real quick. So I'll be back.
Well, then hurry up because I don't want to talk. Okay, so anyway, it sucked. Don't
Shit, it's in the car. It'll take me a minute. I'll be right back, boys.
Don't be a person in Japan in the 1930s because you will totally have been here. But it was just, I don't know, man. All the shit they did, they based it off of like, yay, we're scientists. This is for science. We're all doing this shit for good. So let's just put every human body to any sort of possible test we could, just to see if they liked it or not.
Or if they survived, like what would happen
how
with
long
it.
it takes you to survive. I don't want to get into like the meat of it until fucking
Honor shows up.
Mister, I needed to run out to my car real quick. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna find the Jeopardy music, and I'm just gonna put it right here.
When I was in the military, I bought a lot of like underground films. Like I got the Vomit Gore trilogy. I got one called Nails. I found one called Philosophy of a Knife, which is a 2-disc, black and white, like 6-hour documentary that is about Unit 731. But as boring as it is, there's little like recreations of how probably some of the experiments went. It's not a fun watch. It's not. I put it in the other night and was like, "Jesus, fast forward, come on."
I actually have been wanting to make a short film about Unit 731.
There's a movie on YouTube called Tears Behind the Sun that is a very good version of Unit 731. Where there's actually 2 scenes in there that are a bit extreme. Because one, they actually set a whole bunch of live rats on fire. And there's another scene where they actually do an actual vivisection on a 6-year-old dead child. So they legit like use the dead kid and set rats on fire in that fucking movie. Because okay, there he is. He's back.
Okay.
Here's just a few of the experiments they would try to do there. One of the most
He hasn't unmuted himself.
Well, unmute yourself.
God damn it.
There you are. Okay, thanks for going all the way to your fucking car, hero. Okay, so anyway.
You're welcome.
One of the most famous fucking things from Unit 731 is they were testing about frostbite and shit. So what they did with one person is they had their hands locked up and they kept dumping water on them out in the middle of the winter to where they fucking froze. Then they put them in boiling water immediately after and then just grabbed the flesh and meat and just ripped it off of the bones. So legit just like, all right, we're going to freeze this person's arms and then boil them immediately to see what the effects are. They would do living vivisections. And a vivisection, if you do not know what it is how you dissect a corpse during an autopsy. You do the Y incision from shoulder to sternum, from sternum to groin, and you split them open. And they would do that just to see how long it takes for someone to die.
With no anesthetic either.
Yeah, no anesthetics. They didn't give a fuck about anesthetics. They would fucking throw babies and stomp them in the snow. They would fucking take people's esophagus, remove their small and large intestine, and stitch it to their stomach just to see if they could process food that they couldn't. The newsflash, they died. Spoiler alert, they died. They would give people syphilis and fucking gonorrhea, make them have sex with other prisoners just to see how long it takes from you to die from syphilis. They would put people in pressure chambers and just see what the pressure takes until someone completely implodes on themselves. It's like being stuck in a microwave. Are you kidding me? You mean when I come out of this microwave, I'm going to be hot and still cold in the middle? Shut the fuck up. Yeah. How dare you?
What's up?
So it wasn't much saying what they did there. It was more about when it was talking about on how chimpanzees are violent ass evil motherfuckers, where it even mentions, chimps don't have much of a superego, and it's prudent to remember that the human capacity for self-control may be overestimated. Careful perusal of a book as shocking and horrific as Irish Chang's The Rape of Nanking.
Okay.
And then, of course, says, will disenchant even the most committed romantic, which they will. And then it finally mentions, and the less said about Unit 731, a covert Japanese biological warfare research unit established at the time, the better. And it literally ends with saying, read about it at your own peril. You have been warned.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It was that dark.
Yeah. Seriously.
I'm at the point where I can't wait for there to be I'm sure there's podcasts about it. I'm waiting for the last podcast to do it. But I'm going to do some reading because I'm going to cite my sources and put some extra oomph up into this. But this
was my book where I got from.
Yeah, you got a book. I got a website called pacificatrocities.org. But this is about Unit 731. So human experimentation in Unit 731. Unit 731 is infamous for its human experiments during the existence during World War II. At least 3,000 men, women, children were subjected as Marudas or as logs to experimentations conducted by Unit 731 Division in Pingfang alone. This is an article on why there were Maratus. Dr. Harris Sheldon estimated at least 10,000 to 12,000 prisoners died in the biological experiments. Here's the frostbite testing. Yoshimo Hisato, a psychologist in Unit 731, had a special interest in hypothermia and used human subjects to test humans' reactions to frostbite. Hisato routinely submerged prisoners' limbs in a tub of water filled with ice and held them there until the limbs were frozen solid and a coat of ice were formed over the skin. He timed the victims to check how long it took for human bodies to develop the frostbite. According to one of the witnesses to the frostbite testing, the limbs made a sound like a plank of wood when struck with a cane. He would just hit them with fucking sticks after your shit froze. Then he tried different methods of rapidly thawing the frozen appendages, such as dousing limbs in hot water, open fire, or just leaving the subject untreated overnight to see how long it took for the prisoner's blood to thaw out. Unit 731 was able to prove scientifically that the best treatment for frostbite was immersed in water a bit warmer than 100 degrees, but never more than 122 degrees. So we still did learn shit from this, which is insane. The people that did this, the head runner of it, he wrote a letter. He's like, all right, we're going to have to kill our families and ourselves after this is done. And someone's like, do we really? And like, okay, never mind. We don't got to kill ourselves, but we can just, it was time. And you know what America did? We bought all their experiments. We gave them a pass. We gave them a fucking overnight pass. Like, all right, thanks for letting us know when fucking blood turns fucking unthawed, you ass face.
Well, see, we took all the fucking documentation and used it for medical reasons and whatnot. At the same time, we did the same thing with the Germans with Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, I thought it was called Crossbow.
No, Operation Paperclip.
Paperclip is what we did for fucking World War II, man. Like, even the weapon testing. Unit 731, it studied bayonets, swords, and knives with the use of their prisoners. They also studied flamethrowers on both covered and exposed skin. They also set up gas chambers to test subjects with blister agents and nerve gas. They also studied prolonged X-ray exposure, which sterilized and killed thousands of testing subjects. So that means you're just sit there behind a fucking X-ray machine until you turn green and start puking and shitting yourself. Because fuck you, we're Japanese. We don't care. I gotta go home and fucking take my shoes off before I go inside. Because it's better for my world. But when continue.
Let's be honest, the worst thing to come out of 731 was anime.
No.
Sorry, I just wanted to make it
some nuclear bombs, bud.
I just wanted to make a terrible joke, sorry.
I actually, the worst thing that came out of Unit 731 would eventually turn into an ill-fated operation that thankfully they weren't able to do, called Operation Cherry Blossoms at Night, where they would take bugs and other aerial or airborne insects that were.
You talk about when they would drop. They had to make clay, they had to make clay dropping mechanisms full of fleas and stuff that were covered with plagues. To cities, but they discovered they had to fly low enough where the fleas wouldn't die upon impact.
Yeah.
So instead of a huge explosion, they just come by, drop a couple of fucking clay vases full of plagued fleas, and see how long it takes for villages to get sick and fucking die, man.
They were going to do that off the California coast, and it was going to hopefully spread throughout the entire continental United States. At least that's what the plan was.
It's fucking scary, dude. 731 is such a fucking swept under the rug, fucking old school fucking horror show.
Nobody knows, next to nobody knows about it compared to the German concentration camps. Like, the only way that you can connect.
That's the only way to connect it to. It was a concentration camp just for the Japanese ran it instead.
They're like, Unit 731. What the fuck is that? Think Japanese Auschwitz. What?
Yeah. Here's a few more things about it. For venereal disease, The Imperial Japanese Army was interested in the symptoms and treatments of syphilis. Male prisoners infected with syphilis were ordered to rape female and male prisoners to monitor the onset of the disease. More rapes were arranged until exposure established infection. For testing human limits, there were human subjects locked up and deprived of food and water to learn how long humans could survive. In order to study crash injuries, heavy subjects were dropped onto bounded prisoners. The effects of the high G-forces on pilots and falling paratroopers were studied by loading human beings into a large centrifuge and spun them at higher and higher speeds until they lost consciousness or died, which usually happened between 10 and 15 Gs. You would be like, at least I'm going to prison. Hey, we're going to spin you until you die. I love merry-go-rounds, so this is
Merry-go-rounds?
Yeah,
it's me, Mario! Oh, Lord.
Okay, one more thing about the rape and forced pregnancies.
What? Jesus Christ, Matt!
So female prisoners of bearing children age were forcibly impregnated so the weapon and trauma experiments could be done on them. Pregnant test subjects were infected with various diseases, exposed to chemicals, weapons, crash injuries, bullet wounds, and shrapnel injuries. Then they were opened up and effects on the fetuses were studied. Pregnant women with syphilis was a special interest of researchers in Unit 731. So if you were pregnant, sucks to be you there, guy. You know, if we had a Unit 731 in 2023, there would be a guy pregnant getting tested on right now. So,
God damn it. Oh gosh.
All right, here's hoping we're done.
yeah, we could use the bonus one for the next one. It's already like almost 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've honestly always wanted to talk about Unit 731. It's one of those pieces of history. It's one of the rare pieces of history I'm interested in.
Yes.
I'm not a history guy.
I'm glad you're interested in forced pregnancies, rape, and torture.
How do you think I had a baby and got married?
Fuck.
Dude,
I'm
Because
so
she
sorry.
raped him.
all you got to do is this is the fucking Matt's fucking cliff notes to get
No,
married.
shut up. No.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
He is the only successful marriage out of the group so
It's
far.
not even a long list. This is my one-page cliff notes to getting married to a woman you love. Wear them down. That's all it is.
God.
Don't
Just
take no
let
for an
them-
answer. Just keep asking until they say yes.
Wait until the no sounds like a no.
Wait until their limbs are frozen, then thaw them really fast.
I'm not surprised fucking Connor left.
Oh my god. And don't forget the syphilis.
I hate you guys.
Hey, well, Disturbed told me to marry her because there's like, Devin, one of 11 almost, because only 11 of them out there. I gotta snag one of them while it's hot. And guess what? That bitch is still hot. What's up, baby? Hell yeah, man.
We're up to 18 5-star ratings, gentlemen.
Oh, good. I'm sure that number is going to go down.
Oh no, we're good.
The
Connor,
only people
we're at 90 episodes, which something you did not mention when we started.
Oh yeah, we are at episode 90.
They're at 90 episodes. We have 10
episode
more.
90. Nice. 10
100.
more. 10 more until our 100th episode, boys.
We're at our centennial, man.
Right?
Like, everyone
yeah.
knows what we're about at this point.
Yep, and we got 3,946 plays.
For anytime someone we tell, like, Connor, you were there. It's like, listen to our podcast. We're terrible.
That's what I say.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, going to the fucking show and you guys are passing out other cards, like, I don't even want to, like, bother Carnifex with my podcast. I don't want to upset them, and then you're like, you guys, like, fucked up humor. Listen, I'm like, thank God, because I was like, thank you for even showing up. I'm glad I got to meet you. I'm gonna go wait. And y'all were like, what's up, bitches? Dude, Blake on fucking the picture of us with Carnifex, he's like, does that one dude have a Bible with him? Like, no, Connor brought a Cthulhu book or something.
I mean, depending on how insane you are, it could be a Bible.
It's badass, man.
Oh, gosh.
I had Dark Heart Ceremony on the car the other day. when we went to fucking Best Buy and like even Devin on driving, she was like,
By the way, actually, no, I'll do that on the fucking closer.
Just close us out, please.
All right. Well, if you got
I thought we
any
were gonna
questions,
talk about some rape some more. I'm sorry, man.
yeah, dude, rape of Nat King Cole.
I don't know. Is Nat King Cole up for round 2?
It's for the way you rape my girl.
It's for the ash you spread, you see. P is very, very. Penis isn't scary. E is even more than endorphins in my old hole. And rape is all that I can give to you.
No wonder.
God.
No wonder Dalton said that we would be the only ones doing the battle rap shit.
I'm a musician.
Out!
Yeah, play us out before fucking homie has to get another fucking tampon for himself. Jesus Christ.
Alright, well, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints, or if you would like to buy some merch from us, then hit us up on momentumorons@gmail.com. And if you want to freaking support this podcast, well, 1, what the fuck is wrong with you? 2, thank you very much. And 3, apparently Connor wants you to learn about our podcast support link.
No!
Which is https://podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/memento-morin/support. It's an instant way to support us, and we thank you very fucking much for every little cent that you feel like throwing at us.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Like, if anybody's gonna get offended at rape here, it should be me. But
If
We
you're
are
if you're on episode 90 about us, you would be disappointed if we didn't mention rape at this point.
God damn it.
We are on Twitter at Memento Morons. We're on Facebook at Memento
Somehow!
Morons. We're on.
Actually,
fucking-
it's Twitter. Never mind. That makes sense.
Hey, it's called X now for some fucking reason.
Yeah, well,
Elon
I'm just gonna
Musk.
call it Twatter. We're on Instagram at Memento Morons.
Somehow.
And also, shout out to freaking Team Thick, which actually they did an episode about SCPs. So yeah, fuck yeah,
Patrick's my nigga, bro. He was on with us before, man. Like,
fuck yeah.
that's my guy, bro.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Shout out to freaking The Good, The Bad, The Brain Dead. Shout out to freaking Matt over here. If you want some analog art pieces that are piece de resistance from a spick of all trades and master of Juan, then hit him up on his Instagram, and it is Nosferatu. That's Nos the energy drink, fur is in fur, and a dude is in a fucking dude. His latest commission's a $200 piece that is a freaking astral butterfly that's on fire that's flying against the moonlight. I'm like, what the fuck?
Moon Knight? That's my
Moon Knight.
favorite freaking Marvel character.
Moon
Let
Knight.
bullshit go!
I love Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight. He's fucking insane.
I can
Anyway,
hear Dalton yelling from over there.
I'm loud.
and you're the one with the least hearing out of us.
Huh?
What?
What?
Exactly. All right. So, anybody else got anything or what?
Don't rape.
Yeah, fuck bitches, get money.
Yeah.
Disregard females, acquire currency.
Consensually disregard females. Acquire currency.
And without further ado, I shall bid thee adieu.
Adieu, bitches.
Later.
Here I am over here like, let's talk about the subject. The sore subject. Like, anally sore subject on me.